Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beverly. I do things planner related. If you're new here, welcome to the hot mess. And if you're coming back, you're well aware. So today we're going to do a Friday flip, but I kind of wanted to do a talk about it and kind of some of the things that I've discovered about myself and that I want to kind of do for, a little while. So if you have been here, you know that I went to Franklin Covey Compact and then I went back to Personal just before the year ended. Well, I have decided to go back to Franklin Covey Compact. And hear me out. I have talked a lot on this channel, and I said in the thing I wanted to be able to be in my Gilios. I have an undyed Gilio, and then I just newly acquired this gorgeous olive Gilio over from Sabina over at Scrappy Roses. It's gorgeous. I will link her Instagram down below. She's not using rings right now, and I told her if she ever let go of this to let me know, and she did. She was super sweet. And I love it. It's so freaking soft. It's so soft. But I want to give Franklin Covey Compact a try. And let me talk about this for a minute. So I have talked a lot on this channel about if you wanted to, you would. I've also talked about like not letting wanting to, if you want to carry your big planner, get a bigger purse. Take the purse out of the equation. Well, I'm taking Franklin Covey Compact off the shelf only because of 2 planners. The rest of my planners will accommodate Franklin Covey Compact. This Gilio is actually accommodating Franklin Covey Compact. These are Franklin Covey Compact, and they fit fine. Do they fit great 100%? No. You can see they stick out. These are 25 millimeter rings, and I'm usually a very chunky girl. If you can see, trying to get a good angle, if you can see, the pen doesn't lay well, which isn't the end of the world. I could take this pen out, and not worry about it. It still doesn't lay great on the pen loop, but that's not the end of the world. But it's making me want to hop back into Personal. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put up this Gilio and my undyed Gilio for at least the first quarter of the year. I want to give January, February, March some time for me to work out my actual system. Because see, here's the thing. My system stays the same. I plan the same way. I have basically the same inserts. It's all the same. I track the same things. My goals are the same. Like nothing really changes except the size. So going back to Personal isn't a huge deal, but I really like writing on Franklin Covey Compact. That 1/2 inch of paper right now is really making a difference. It's a busy time in my life. I'm changing jobs. I'm doing a lot. I'm going to be traveling a little bit, just day traveling, but I work from home. So that's traveling to me. So I need time to settle into my system. I don't need to be jumping back and forth. And y'all know how much anxiety that gives me. If you're new here, I'm neurospicy. Hopping gives me anxiety because I get where I can't trust my system. This year, I decided not to print a whole lot. So I print out a lot of year trackers, 6 months trackers. Like I'm trying to do a lot of those kind of trackers so I don't have to print regularly. So I really want to be able to carry that system. So I'd really like to now don't get me wrong, hold on, let me look. Where did I put it? Here it is. So I kept all my personal inserts that I've written on or filled out for the year. I've kept them and put them in here. I've just put them up with my other personal inserts, and I have a ton of them. They're mostly blank trackers, undated, blank checklists and things like that. So I'm not losing anything, so to speak. And that stuff can stay, and I'll use it when I get back to it, because I know at some point I'll probably go back to personal because I want a more compact. If travel gets really busy, I may want a more compact home binder compared to my work binder, which is going to stay Franklin Covey compact size because I need that extra room. And it doesn't really go anywhere. So anyway, I kept all this, so if I want to go back to this at any point during the year, I can. Both are set up exactly the same. I have the same trackers in both. The blank ones and stuff I took out of here and just kept the written on ones in case things here, as I'm settling into my 2025 planner, things are going to change. I know they've already changed. I've already gotten rid of some stuff, gotten some stuff. I can already see it evolving. So, I don't want to be worried about going back and forth, but if I do, it's all here. So that's one thing. Let me put it back. So I need time to settle in this system of 2025 and not worry about, like I said, not worry about the actual size. I want to actually use this system. I'd like to give Franklin Covey Compact a real try, a real go, and see how it works out. Now, it may come out that I don't need that as much room. I don't need, so that's fine. That's fine, but I cannot do it after a week. I need to settle. So I'm going to settle. So what are we going to do today? I'm going to do a flip after I trade out my covers. Now, this is a gorgeous cover. It has nothing to do with the cover. Like I said, this is wanting me to go back to personal just so I can stay in this cover, but I need to do some mental come to Jesus meeting with myself and say, Beverly, you've already hopped from personal to Franklin Covey Compact to personal back here. Now you're back in Franklin Covey Compact. You cannot. This is me talking to myself. You cannot do this. And some people don't see this as a hop, and I don't too much because it's still a ring system. They're still personal. It doesn't really matter either way which one I end up on. But the hopping back and forth, I spend more time changing out my system and being unsettled in my system than I do actually using my system, because I don't trust anything I write down, which plays a mental toll on me, and I'm not productive. I don't get things done. I use it as a coping mechanism or a distraction of things I actually need to get done. That's what planner hopping does. It kind of distracts you from your real life, and your productivity becomes just setting up planners, or at least I'm going to say that's for me. In the past, I have noticed that hopping tends to come at my most confusing or overwhelming times. So in order to do that, like I said, I'm going to come out of this. I'm going to put this one in my undyed up for a little while. I said, at least for the first quarter, I have a ton of Moterm Luxes that are gorgeous and ready to use. They're roomy. And, I really want to do that so that we see what happens with my system. So let's switch this over and let's also talk about it. So I'm going to switch into my khaki, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's so pretty. I put 30 millimeter gold rings in here because I want to add a few things in here. And with the 25, I can only have so much. So I feel a little cramped. Because I think, my other Gilio, the undyed, has gold 30 millimeter rings, but I can do that because I was in personal. But I tried these in 30 and I can't. They stick out way too much. It's not going to work. But with 25, they do kind of fit, so you can do it. But anyway, so I want to go in here. I was in my blue indigo, beautiful planner. Nothing against it. I'm feeling green right now. I want a little lighter color. The blue was a little dark. I think it'll be better in the summer when I add light stuff to it. But anyway, so let's do this. So anyway, how was y'all's January going? Let me know. Are you still in the planner that you decided to be in? I see a lot of people, but you know, that's okay. I don't think it's wrong to hop when you first get into, you know, some people went into systems they've never been in before, and they're just immediately like, no, this isn't going to work for me. And that can be true. That can absolutely be true. Sometimes you can immediately get in a system and you're like, no, not really. You know, like for me, if I were to try to hop into like a bound book, I'm not going to close these yet. I know immediately I would almost feel like, what is it? Page scarcity. That was a big thing for me, trying to hop back into a bound book last year, is why reason I kind of settled in rings last year. Is because of page scarcity. Also because, you know, I got tired of writing it, transferring stuff every 3 months, and I just didn't feel like that was productive for me anymore. Oops. Shit. Maybe I do need to close it. You know, I didn't feel like that was productive for me anymore. I felt like I needed to have more stability. I needed to be able to keep some stuff long term. I also felt like I needed to be able to hold on, I'm going to change my cards out. So I felt like I needed to be able to, not be able to change things up like I want to. So if I was in a bound system, I would be stuck with whatever trackers they had, or I'd have to draw out my own. Then if they weren't working, I'd have to draw out more. You know, or rewrite here or rewrite there. And I don't think that's something I wanted to do anymore. You know, I didn't want to have to do that anymore. I didn't want to have to. I'd rather just take some time up front and print it out. Or like I said, print out a yearly tracker. If that yearly tracker doesn't work, I will try a different tracker. So this is going to go. This is empty. Like I said, this is gorgeous and super soft and smooth. Oh, it's so soft and supple. Really, it is. I absolutely love this planner. I'm so glad I adopted it from her. She allowed me to adopt it from her. So nice of her to remember me. And I almost said no. This was back in December. I almost said no, but I know that Gillio, the old leather is getting hard to find. And the new leather is not the same. I don't think Toscana leather is the same anymore, you know. So I really love the color. I had a dark, like, forest one that I ended up destashing. But this is more of a lighter color, which I totally appreciate and love. This is a beautiful green color and will be great, like, in the spring or summer. But anyways, I'm going to put her away. Sorry, my ADD and OCD makes me put things away. I have to get it done. But anyway, yeah. So I think I'm going to be in my Luxes for a little while. Give Franklin Covey Compact a real try. See how it goes. See how it works out. I don't think it's going to be really any different. It's all going to be about the writing experience, not so much the system, because I don't really use the Franklin Covey compact system, like their ABC, management, task management system. I don't really use it a whole bunch. I have done the classes back when I was at my other hospital. They paid for management to go to these classes. We did those, and we did Franklin Covey Compact. It was like a whole Franklin Covey. It was a whole day class. Maybe it was 2-day class, and then we did. There was another one that was like 2 months long, and it was a class every week. What was the name of it? Anyways, it talked about how to remember, building relationships with people and things like that. Anyway, understanding their wants and needs. Anywho, you don't care about any of that, do you? You don't. But anyway, so Franklin Covey Compact in my Luxe. See, that fits so much better, and I get two writing utensils in here, 2 pens, or a pen and a highlighter. I like that it has 2 loops. I also want to work on adding some stuff back, because I had to take some stuff out because of the 25mm rings. So I want to add some stuff back. Let me pull my little cart over. I need to get some supplies for her. I need to find a place with some dashboards. The big thing I need is some top tabs. There was some stuff I wanted to add back in. I wanted to add my meal tracker back in. I wanted to add an extra reading. Oh, I use these. These are Jot from the Dollar Tree. I just use them to keep extra inserts. This is my Franklin Covey compact size insert holder. It holds everything that's cut, either blank paper or inserts, to Franklin Covey compact size. So I want to add 2 of these. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to add a couple of checklists back, because I thought of some lists I need to make going having to go into work. So I want to do that one. This one is printed weird, but I'll put it in my work one, because I don't care about it. My work one, it won't really matter. Is there something else I wanted to do? No. I think that's it. Oh, I wanted a daily tracker. But I don't know that I have any in here. I don't think I do. This is all the stuff I took out. I took out like extra pages of Stalogy paper. Took out some checklists. Oh, I wanted to put this back because I do want to track that. Took out some extra budget for paychecks. I took out my personal health tracker. I want to add that back in. That was the other thing, because I want to write some stuff down. Some symptoms I'm having. I'm going through an insomnia period, and I want to kind of track some stuff around that, but I don't have... I need to get my daily tracker back, I think. I think I'm going to have to put my daily tracker back in. But besides that, I think that's everything. Alrighty. So let's put these back in. And we'll do, like I said, we'll do a flip. Okay. So my personal health and my social media is going to go in the back. because this is going to go actually in here, but I don't want to put it in there right now. I'll put it in there later when I'm not with y'all, because it's got my finance stuff in it. Put those in here. Okay, I want to put these in here. I went through and trimmed all of these, so I need to, these couple that I'm adding back in, I probably need to trim them, but for right now, we're gonna, I wanna add my meal tracker back. So I was gonna take this out. This is gonna be my meal plan. And then in the front, I have a tracker of what we actually ate. And I thought, well, do I really need both? But what I want to do on here is things I planned that we didn't actually eat. I want to highlight that so I can go through and see that. And then on the front, I track what we actually ate. Then I track, was it like out to eat instead of cooking, not planned? Because we do plan to go out to eat sometimes. Sometimes we'll be like, hey, we're going to Publix this day for groceries after work or whatever. I'm going to pick up Publix subs. That's fine. That's a plan. But if it's you know what, I got to the end of the day and I don't want to cook, what did we actually eat? Or, you know, I planned something to eat that day and I was like, that meal's too complicated for a weekday. I'm just going to make this with that same ingredients if I did that, so that I know not to make that meal a weekday meal again, or, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to keep track of that so that we're not wasting money on groceries. Because there was a lot of that this year of I'll plan something and then we not even eat it. I'll be like, you know what, I don't want that, or I just cannot. I don't have the bandwidth to cook that complicated meal. You know, let's just order out, and then that costs more money, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so I added a couple of checklists because I have some more lists. So I actually did a flip through yesterday, but it was in my green. It was in my Giglio olive, and I did some rearranging and stuff, but I squashed that whole video. It was like an hour long, because afterwards I was just like, you know, this is not working. I want to go to personal. Why am I having these thoughts? I kind of journaled about it last night of why I'm having the thoughts. And I come up with like a list of solutions of what I could do to kind of fix that. So was it to go back to personal? Was Franklin Covey Compact going to work out? Then I journaled about, well, is that even a real thing? Because does it have to do with the system? No. Does it have to do with the cover? Yes. You know, and trying to work my mind around that of why, you know, and I even talked about that in like my planner tips. Understanding why you're changing systems is really important. I didn't want to really change the page because I really liked, last night I took them out, but I journaled on these pages and I liked it a lot because my hand doesn't fall off the page. And I talked about that before. It doesn't fall off the page as fast. Do I have anything personal that I can compare it to? What do I do with my personal thingy? What do I do with it? Crap. I put it up, I think. Did I? Yeah, I think I did. But anyways, this is a dashboard, so you can still see like the difference. So my hand doesn't fall off the page as fast. So like it would fall off here, but I got another good couple of inches, or a good half inch there, which makes a difference to me, not to some people, but it's making a difference to me right now. I did it in the past, it didn't make a difference, but right now it is making a difference. So that's why you try things over and over to see if they still fit, I guess. That's one pro to trying the same thing over and over. But anyway, so let's do a flip. So I just wanted green to me. I know this is fall looking, but to me, it's so pretty. I didn't want to give it up. I really like these colors in here. I really like this color scheme. And I was just going to go with it as long as it would let me. So, and I guess that's for as long as I want it to, or till it wears off and it gives me the ick. Oh, these are in here backwards. My tarot card of the week, my favorite tarot, and then an affirmation card that my daughter gave me. And like I said, none of this really changes. None of this is really different a whole lot. My monthly, I have written off what I already taken off for the year. I've highlighted the weekends, so I kind of know where my weekends are. I forgot this was a Sunday start calendar, so I accidentally highlighted Friday, thinking it was Saturday, but that's fine. It's just for a month. And hell, at this point, this month is half over. But anyway, and then I have pre-planned AL is highlighted in pink. All my holidays are highlighted in purple, so I can kind of see the flow. And then any unplanned time off will be highlighted in whatever color I have at the moment, which is fine. I know if it's not one of these three colors, it's unplanned time off. So that's fine. All my holidays I already have off or took off. My daily check off, kind of keep my mind oriented to time. My low buy prep, I'm running through this month, get all of this stuff done. I want to get a capsule wardrobe done, make an inventory list, understand what gaps I have, make a plan to fix those gaps. DC, DoorDash, and Instacart, so I quit using those. Plan for quick meals, which is going to come in clutch when I don't feel like cooking instead of ordering out. I DC'd my debit card off of all these things. I unfollowed some buy-sell trades on Facebook because I don't need any more freaking planners. So these are my rules. No covers, no inserts, unless it's $2 Tuesday. And mainly I can work with just about everything I own. There's still a few gaps in my Franklin Covey compact system that I'd like to fill. So I'm going to wait for $2 Tuesday to do that. Just inserts that I religiously use in personal. So I know they'll make a difference in Franklin Covey compact size. So I want to get those. So I make sure I have them. But they're not emergent. So I want to make sure I'm, getting those. And I have some Peanuts Planner Co. points I want to use. And setting my monthly budgets. I need to set my monthly budget for my planning, which I think is going to be like $10, $15, maybe 20, because there's not a lot I need, but I do want some kind of budget to replace things like these are my favorite pens. Well, this pen fell and broke. I have already glued it on 3 times. I'm going to have to replace this pen. So, I ordered some tabs for my work binder here because I printed out my monthlies for my work because I decided to use a different monthly in my work. So I printed out all my monthlies for my work, but I need to tab them because it really has irritated me that there's no tabs on them. So even when I was trying to put the dates on them, I was really irritated there was no tabs. So anyways, this is Plan with B monthly, undated. I originally bought this for this one, but I ended up going another way. And then I put a checklist on the back for deliverables that were done. And then this is for any future index that I need, anything we did, that kind of thing. And then I have, of course, my to-do list, and I'll put in the week dates here for anything that's due, just like I do in my personal. I'm still debating on whether I'm going to leave the planning part in here. I have considered moving my planning part into this binder and combining them, not the notes, my project management, my nothing like that, but maybe my monthly and my weekly. That's what I had before, because it's really throwing me off having two planners. I don't mind like taking meeting notes. I did some project planning in here. I did some education that I had to do. I made some notes. Some big national meetings, I made notes. And I don't mind that because I don't really need to carry that kind of stuff with me all the time. But it's really throwing me off trying to navigate two planners. I'm trying to give it time. I'm going to give it another week. But if by the end of next week, if it's not okay, I'm going to end up moving at least probably the current month and maybe like the two next monthlies, like the current month and weeks into here, and at least the two next monthlies of my work calendar to work on to-dos and stuff, because it's the planning that's giving me a problem, not the note-taking or the project management. It's the planning. So needing to know where I got to be, because I only keep one daily. It's just, I'm giving it time, but I'm not 100%. Okay, anyways, that was tangent. Anyway, for home, I need to put it on a to-buy list, add it to my budget, try to find a sale or refurbish, or see if there's any upcoming like holiday sales before I have to buy something. Like I know I need a new dryer. I'm going to have a new dryer. But I'm waiting to see, if any after the year sales have them on clearance, or I can get last year or 2 years ago model on clearance, so I'm steadily looking at those things. Cash budget for groceries, I'm trying to plan 1 month at a time. And I'm trying to do 1 week of no buy groceries, just the essentials like produce. So like we get apples every week, bananas every week, bread if we need it, those things. But I could probably, because I plan to have a tendency to plan meals and not end up eating them, I do have meals sitting in my pantry. So if I don't regularly look at that, I end up with like a week worth of stuff in my pantry that I could probably use as just 1 week of eating and not buy any main groceries. So I'm going to try to do that, look at that once a month and see if I can do that, or at least go through my pantry, make as many meals as I can out of my pantry, and then only buy the essentials. For my personal buying, I am going to have some clothes because I am going to be traveling a little bit with work. I work from home. I've lived in lounge clothes and leggings for since 2021. So I'm going to have to buy some work clothes. I do have some dresses to fill some gaps, but I'm going to have to buy some more because it's going to be a regular thing. So I'm going to need that. I'm going to try not to be drinking coffee, so no Starbucks. No local coffee unless I use my fetch points or I get like a gift card or something like that. For my clothes, I want to kind of look at the secondhand shops and see if I can fill any gaps there. No Stanley and no cups. So I bought some Stanley cups. I tended to have an addiction. I have one for each season. I won't turn them down if I get one for like Mother's Day, a pretty one, or I will put those on my wish list for like Mother's Days, birthdays, Christmas, things like that. But I won't be buying them for myself. And no books. Yeah, because I have a endless to be read list and I pay for Kindle Unlimited. So I need to make sure that my Kindle Unlimited's getting its worth. So anyway, this is my no buy list. Like I said, I bought tabs yesterday. We went to Disney, spent way too much money. I could say that it was my husband's birthday weekend, but I bought stuff. Like I bought some shirts. I didn't need those shirts. That was definitely not a gap in my capsule wardrobe. That was definitely not a gap that I had, but I wanted them. And I was like, you know what? I got them. So it's whatever. Progress, not perfection, right? I will say, I got these. I'm sorry about my voice. My head is full. I do not feel good today. I didn't feel good yesterday. I laid on the couch all day. Today is not any better. So I do have to run errands, though. I could not make myself get off the couch yesterday, but today I actually do. I have things I actually have to do. So anyway, but I did end up with the softest hoodie imaginable. It's not even a hoodie. It's a sweatshirt. It is so freaking soft. My little sensory heart is off the charts about it. My workout, I have not been working out, but I have been riding my steps. I've got to get on the bandwagon for working out, at least movement, some kind of movement. I want to move this year. I want to move every day, and I want to move, like, even if I do like a small yoga or a small walk, to my stop sign and back, whatever, I know I can build on that habit, so I've got to get with it. But anyway, yesterday I couldn't do it. I feel horrible. Today my throat's like glass. Out to eat, like I said, this is what we actually ate. Whether it was out to eat because I didn't want a thing, or I didn't want to cook, or it was a not planned out to eat, because we do like plan out to eat with family. That's fine. I don't mind those. Those are moments, those are experiences that we have, and that's family time. But I want to get off I don't feel like cooking when I could just whip something up. I don't care if it's a freaking pizza in the oven. I don't have to take out. So, or if I planned something and I ended up eating something totally different. So that will kind of help me identify those fallback meals. So anyway, y'all don't care about any of that. All right. Books. I read a whole book. This day we came home from our weekend. I laid on the couch and did nothing. I started feeling kind of bad then, and it just kind of went downhill. And I did not sleep this whole time we were gone. I think that had a lot to do with it. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, I did not sleep well. I didn't sleep maybe more than 4 hours. Monday, I came home, died Monday night, woke up Tuesday. Died Monday night. Tuesday night, I slept. Wednesday night, I did not sleep. Last night, I did not sleep. So I'm on a insomnia period, and I'm sure that has something to do with my immune system being down. So I had this filled out in personal. I got to go back and fill this out, but this is my habits. These ones in gray are the ones I'm trying to really track and hit 60% goal of this quarter, that I did those things 60% of the time, because I want progress, not perfection. So then the next quarter will be 70%, and the next quarter will be 80%, and the next quarter will be 90%. And I'm happy with 90% because I do not believe in a perfect life. I think, I would even be happy with the 80%, honestly, 85-ish. I live my life kind of the 80-20 rule. As long as I do it 80% of the time, I need that 20% to be non-structured and able to, I won't say enjoy, but like have spontaneity, live in those moments of, that end up being some of the best moments, are the moments that you don't plan. And some of the best vacations we ever took were vacations we didn't plan. We just got in a car. And, so I firmly believe that, we ended up in a place that we didn't plan. Like, I remember one time we went on vacation and we went to the wrong place, the wrong hotel. And they're like, hey, you're in the wrong spot. And I was like, damn, we're in the wrong spot. And he goes, but if you need a place, let us know. And we got to the place we were supposed to be, and they were like full. They had oversold us, or oversold, refunded our money, and then we had to go back to the place we originally ended up at. And we ended up staying there several more times because it was such a good place. And, like, I remember that being one of the best vacations we had. Like, it was a great vacation. But it's kind of those moments, and we still talk about those moments. And so, anyway, my ADD medicine's not ADD in today. It's, so I'm a little rambly, but, so I try to keep that spontaneity in my life. So 80-20 is good. 90-10, I can strive. But if, you shoot for the stars, you land with the moon. I don't know. Shoot for the moon, land in the stars, whatever that is. I don't expect perfection out of my life. I think that's where a lot of discontent and unhappiness comes from. This is just my trigger list. I need to get a new one because my Walmart's all filled up. I guess I gotta just start a new Walmart on the back. But just things I need to buy. Some of that's not emergent. I need to put it on like a to buy list. So I need a new Echo cord for one of my Echoes. I need a new can opener. Okay, so I've had a old-fashioned can opener for years. I've had electric ones, hated them. But now I'm in the older section and I got the arthritis. And opening those cans just ain't the business anymore. Sometimes I can't do it. So, like, I want to buy an electric can opener. I need a backseat organizing mat for my trunk, and my husband needs a grill cover for the winter because we bought him a new, like, it's just a small, cheap grill, but it's a nice grill, and I'd like to keep it nice. And in the Florida sun, be sunning even in the winter, so I need to get it covered. My to-do list, my inbox list. This is my home to buy list, so some of that needs to get transferred onto here. This was part of my hour-long video that I made that I ended up scrapping. I wanted one of these. And then I thought over here I could put like what it is, where I found it, how much it is. So I got the big boxes. And then over here, instead of a check off, I could put like the date I bought it. Or I could put like a line here and put like the budget that it's going to be in and then the date I bought it, which that would work. That would be a good idea. I might do that. This is my next time I'm at. So these are the things like not to buy. These are just triggers for the next time I'm at. Like my mother-in-law is my egg donor, my egg hookup. So I get eggs when I go over there when I need them. Like next time I'm at my mom's house, or next time we go to this place, or, see these people, I put that here. Not necessarily to buy stuff, just more places, people's things, that kind of thing. I have a couple more checklists I'd like to do, and then, so I put a couple extra in there. I have a grid list. These Todays from Peanuts Planner Co. are really great for just notes, categorized notes. I put columns over here. They're her today, but they make great note pages, so I use them. They're freebie on their website. This is her 5-column. I use it for a lot of stuff. I did put a project planner in here because I do have, we have to replace a whole wall. So this year we definitely have to do it, and it's like we've put it off as long as we can put it off. So I need to start planning that, what it's going to look like, how much it's going to cost us. I got to start pricing some stuff, and, start making preparations of when that's going to happen. But I put it off. We put it off as long as we can. I did some math on the other side of some spending, so I'm going to skip that. This was in a movie I was watching yesterday. It says the 2 most important days of your life is the day you were born and the day you find out why, Mark Twain. So I just wrote it down. This is my capsule wardrobe. These are kind of, I'll add to this, but these were kind of the categories like off my top of my head. I want to write in over here, 2 columns is going to be how many I have, how many I need, and then the last checkbox will be checked off once I buy it. If I have any gaps in my wardrobe on things that like I'm needing. So Picture of me and my grandparents. This is my word of the year. So this is my quarter 1 info. So I went through, as kind of my planning, I listed all the birthdays. I have a ton in this thing. So I know that I have to plan for these birthdays. So like how much money I'm going to give them, if I got to buy them a present, blah, blah, blah. Trips we're going to take. We got spring break coming up. We just did my husband's birthday trip. I have my daughter and my youngest granddaughter's birthday. We're going to take a trip to Disney. Like my events are spring break. I need to budget for that because we are going to take a trip. Fat Tuesday, we always eat for that. A special meal. Valentine's Day, me and my husband always go for like some kind of something. Holiday, I have to take my CERT test this month, so I need to plan for that trip because they don't have a testing place in my town. I have to go the next town over. The kids are going to need like spring clothes, summer clothes I need to start buying for. They'll have to have a new pair of shoes because school, they wear them out. A new pair of sandals because kids wear sandals down here more than they wear tennis shoes. Self-care, I'll have my nails done hair done in this quarter. I want to get my nails done, and I want to really work on my skincare routine. So that will all have to be budgeted. And then meals, we're going to do Whole30 for a whole round. 30 days of Whole30 meals. My husband wants to try it for his inflammation and his back pain. Some other things that I want, like I want to look for ways to increase my income. I know I have some things coming in that will increase my income, but that was one of my goals for the quarter. This is my tarot pool. I got Death, Inverted, Hierophant, and the World. These are actually backwards. So it was the World, the Death, and then the Inverted, Hierophant, in that order. But anyways, and then I did like a journal about like all of those kind of combined and what it looks like. And you know, those are a lot of change, a lot of death in my old life, new resurrection of a new life, which makes a lot of sense because this quarter of my life is going to change. I have a new job. There's a lot of change in my family. There's a lot of upheaval in the world, like globally, or, you know, in the United States, we're changing presidents. So there's going to be a lot of change. So, like, yes, this absolutely fit my life, but I wanted to put this here just to kind of keep it as and I know you can't read this because this is how I journal, because my brain works faster than my hand, but just things I wanted to keep in mind, you know, like it talks about if I stay rigid, it's going to be very painful for me. I have to learn to go with the flow, which can be hard for me, you know, so sometimes. So wrap up any loose ends, you know, celebrate your old self and then let them go, move on to the next challenge, you know. So anyway, my habits and my little stickers. So this is going to be my quarter checklist. This is going to be my monthly checklist. I have 8 months here. I figured it's going to change, so I'll probably have to rewrite it at some point. And then this will be my weekly checklist for the first 2 months that I go through and do all these things. And then if they do good, I have another 2 months on the back that I can write. And these things will evolve. I know my weekly and my monthly will definitely evolve. Even my quarterly may evolve a little bit. But so I didn't want to make them too permanent. And I wasn't going to go through and write them all or type them up and print them out. I just wrote them quickly on here that I already had. And it's like, this is going to change anyway. It's going to be different. So there's no reason in making it some kind of permanent something. My January to-do list. So I got sent these from Fran. I've tagged her in a previous video, and I'll tag her again. But these are Franklin Covey Compact her point of view, and I like them. So I like that they're lined. I like that they're 5, not 6 boxes. I like, I have a lot of space, I feel like. So this is going to be the same principle. So I will index my month here of any big dates, anything that happened, anything I may need to look back on when I archive this. And then on the back, I'm not going to use this as personal and business. I don't like this. I like this because I like to be able to put when something is due. Like if I write something down and it's not due until the end of the month, I like to put that. So I disregard it until the end of the month. So I'm not always, it's very easy for me to come in here and say, okay, what's due this week or what's due that week. So I like this. And I already had these in personal, so I wasn't going to rewrite them, but I'll put some Franklin Covey compact size in, so I'll have a little more room. But so I'm not going to use this. I don't really see any need for that. If I need more here, I have another side, and I can put, I can either do a fold out. There's so many things that I could do with this that I don't really need, you know, this. This is more organized to my brain. So this will be, I'll put some washi up here, and I'll do my memory keeping with my pictures just like I was going to do in my personal. That's not going to change. I kept this. This is my, these were these in personal size. This was last week. I went through and peeled off all of Southern Belle Plan stickers off my other ones. I couldn't get the days off. They didn't really come off, but the big stickers did, so I'll call that a win. I put them through the rest of the month. I kept the borderless weekly because I really am liking this. I like the organization over here. I can make little notes here if I need to. I did think about making this my to-do list instead of having this, and I can see the whole thing. So I am thinking about that, like making this a to-do list. I just got to figure out what that will look like, how that would be. But anyway, because I was thinking I could put my to-do list here, and then here I could journal about my tarot card for the week, and then this will be my to-do. I did that in the past, so that may become a thing, but we'll see. I do have these in here in case I need them, but I put my study plan on here. I went through and scheduled that out. These were my dailies for my personal. I was off work. We were going out of town. I wasn't really worried about a daily. But I did need them these 2 days to get ready to go out of town. So I got them. This was going to be that Monday. I could honestly take at least this page out probably. This was the Monday we came back. Then Tuesday, I went back to Franklin Covey Compact, and I didn't really use it that daily. I was busy at work. It was balls to the wall because it was the first day in my new job. So this was Wednesday. This was yesterday. This is today. This is Saturday and Sunday. And then I have some Stalogy paper here, but I think I want to stick with my Tomoe River paper. I really like how thin it is for my dailies. I don't know what the difference is for me. I like journaling on the Stalogy paper, but I like the Tomoe River paper for my dailies. I don't know why the difference is. Ask my brain. None of my business. All right. So this is February. At this point, I just do what it tells me to do. I've given into that. I like what I like. So this is March. I like that they're cleaner, bigger boxes, like I said. My adulting list, I just left it on this personal size leaf. It doesn't really matter. These were already made before I jumped back into personal, so I didn't have to remake it. I didn't have to remake 90% of this. I just set it back up. I pulled it out of when I took it apart and put it back in. Wasn't that big a deal. Like I said, this is going to be my meal plan. So starting next week, we're going to start a round of Whole30. So I'm going to come up with a Whole30 plan. I'm actually going to do that today. I have a bunch. We've done Whole30 in the past. So I have a ton of meals that we can do. So Trader Joe's, Dollar Tree, IKEA, Sam's, just these are trigger lists from when I'm in there, not necessarily things I want to buy, but things I may get while I'm there if they're on sale or we use a lot of it. So this I think I'm going to use for my whole 30 trigger list. I'm actually, let me put another one of these in here. I'm going to use this for my whole 30 trigger list. How long is this video? Oh shit, we're already at an hour. I'm just chabbing away, but it's fine. I'm gonna put one of those as so I can write down some recipes. And I'm gonna put one of these in here because I want to put like the restrictions, what we can't have. And then I had another one of those next time I'm at. Yes. So I have a bunch of stuff saved of like what you can buy at Aldi, what you can buy at Walmart, what brands are available at Publix. So I want to do that for my whole 30. I think that'll make my life easier if I do all that up front. This is my regular recipes for when we get off Whole 30. But I want to put one in for Whole 30 recipes that I might want to look into. And then I think I'm going to put this at the front. Yeah. I'm going to put this at the back. Okay, so this will be after we're done. I'm going to put this. This is going to be my little Whole 30 section. So this will have like our restrictions, things we can't have, so that I have a place to look that up. I have it saved on my phone, but sometimes things get lost. For me, in electronics, it gets lost. Then for here, I'm going to use this as my trigger list for like Walmart, Publix, Aldi, Trader Joe's, places that have Whole 30 foods that I can pick up that will be easy. And then recipes that I might want to try. As I'm looking them up, I can write them down and then decide what days I want to put them on as I go. So that'll be helpful. Okay. Weekly grocery menus, top meals. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out because I'm going to make I'm going to make a Whole 30 version of these. And you know what? This is why I have, this is the great thing about rings, my friend. You can change your whole system in an instant and not have to change your whole system, if that makes any sense. Okay, come on. I'm trying to find a... I was trying to see if I had any more dailies stuck somewhere, but it doesn't look like I do. But I do have this, a regular checklist. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to do 2 of these. That's fine. So I'll have a weekly, monthly, and then a top meals trigger list maybe, if as things we like pop up. I'm going to put it here. That'll work. Okay. And then this will be for after. I'm going to save this and just put this in here for after we're done with our Whole 30. Because every meal between now and Monday is planned out. We have my daughter's little Christmas or birthday dinner and stuff. So that's all planned. All right. So this will be, what did I do? Okay. things for the Full30, blah, blah, blah. Recipes to try. Oh, I want to do this the other way. Okay. So this will be there. This will be in the back. And this is just home stuff. Like, it's not just food. It's like pans, trash bags, coffee, stuff like that. Okay. My zoning checkoff lists. I rewrote and cleaned up from last year. My book to be read bookshelf. I put some Lauren Phelps Designs washi on the back, or vellum on the back, and this is just double-sided taped, so I rewrote these, cleaned them up. These are my favorite authors lists. These are the things I already have, what I have in Kindle Unlimited, what I have in Audible, what I've purchased, so that as I start reading their series, I know where I have things already like pre-ordered or purchased as I read through their series that I like. Like I said, these are certain authors that I basically read everything they have. These are my favorites. And this is my list of purchased. It's already on my Kindle, so I don't try to repurchase some stuff. And then this is my Audible list. And then as I read things on Audible, it's going to go over here. My Kindle Unlimited reads. I want to keep track of those, because that and Audible, because I want to see if it's worth it. I didn't read a lot on those this year. I read a lot of purchased stuff. So I want to make sure that these two subscriptions that I apply to are worth the money. Oh, I want to move these. These are the new ones I put in. I have some more of these. I did a Kindle and did a Stuff Your Kindle. And then I think I'm going to put this for Audible, because I have quite a few credits. Like I said, I didn't read a whole lot I didn't listen a whole lot last year to Audible. So I have quite a few credits I need to spend. And I'm going to need a second page. Okay. Because if I don't spend them, then they go away. They do expire. This is the books that I'm going to read or listen to. Will go on here. I hear you. Hold on. Okay, sorry, my dog wanted out, and if I don't go just let her out, she's going to keep jumping at my chair and breathing heavy. Okay, this is my to watch list. So what it's on, the date that it comes out, if that's what it is, when I started it, when I finished it, and any of my star ratings. So this is, like I said, this is broken, and it's going to be out of 5 stars. There we go. Like I said, I have to replace that. And then I have kind of like M is Max, MO is a movie, H is Hulu, N is Netflix, P is Prime, P plus is Paramount Plus, and then PK is Peacock. And yes, we have all those streaming services. Every person in my family pays for one of them. So I don't pay for all this. So then this is my Peanuts Planner Co. What I bought. And like I said, some of these are really, I use a lot in personal, so I want to make sure I have them in Franklin Covey Compact. So I'm going to make a list, add to planner. This is my planner to buy, so I'm going to go ahead and add. Listen, you can't make this shit up. All right, this pen is done. I'm done with it. These pens is, you know what? I'm sick of pens leaking on me. I'm so sick of pens leaking on me. Which one is it? It's the purple one. I knew I touched something earlier and got pen on me. I think it's the purple one. that's in the bottom because they're all upright. What's weird is they're upright and trying to leak out the top. All right. Anywho, put that to the side over there. I'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. So I'm going to put the tabs I bought yesterday, monthly. I bought those though. So I want to get some dividers. I don't want top tabs. I'm a top, I'm a top and bottom tab girl. I'm not much of a side tab girl. And then a gold pen. I have to replace that. I can't with this thing. I'm done with it. Okay. And I like the gold better than I do the silver. I like my hardware to match. I don't know. Call me whatever, but that's what I want. And I want a few dashboards. I don't think I'm going to pay for those, though. I think I'm going to scour some freebies, probably, and print them. But I'm trying to save my ink. So maybe some freebies / investing in some vellum. I do have some vellum, if I was being honest with myself. I have some gold vellum that would look pretty in here. All right, that's besides the point. How are we doing? We're still rolling. Okay. This is my social media plan. I don't have a plan right now. I need to sit down and figure that out. Some social media ideas. Ooh, I'm going to do a hot take idea. I'm going to put that over on my Instagram. I haven't been active over there a whole lot. I honestly been kind of taking a break. After Vlogmas, I kind of got burnt out a little bit. And after I got the flu, I'm going to be honest, my energy has not come back since I had the flu. My energy's been kind of shit since then. So, but anyways, I'm going to do a hot take. So I need to make a post for the hot take and then a community post on here. Okay. This is for my appointments, doctor's appointments. Same as last year. Non-scale victories, my measurements, which I've been saying I need to redo, and I still haven't. That's the last time I updated them, July of last year. So, it's the last time I updated my measurements. If I'm going to be buying clothes, I need that. This is my workout plan. I have not worked out and I don't have a plan, so this is 4 months worth, so I should be able to do. I did put in an outfits tracker, so if I'm going to be going to the office sporadically and doing, like, going to places and doing trainings or going to meetings, I want to keep track of my outfits because I don't do it enough that I don't want to keep showing up in the same thing, and I do have a tendency to wear the same thing over and over and over again. Anybody that watched my Vlogmas, I was in like 2 to 3 sweatshirts and shirts, and I wear the same tank top, Walmart cheap $3 tank top, as my leisure wear every day at work. I just have it in like 17 colors. Because I have a tendency, if I find something, I buy it in every color. That's the dresses I have now for work. They're all the same pretty much dress, just in different colors and maybe a little bit of a pattern. They're all long maxi dresses. Because honestly, I found that those are the cheapest. And 3 of my dresses I got in a pack off Amazon because they were cheap. Like for the 3 dresses, I paid like $30 or something crazy. And you know what? They are in my cart to buy another 3 set, just in different colors. And then I put different jacket on them. I have like a black leather jacket, a white leather jacket, 2 jean jackets. Like I thought of getting like a couple of cardigans to change them up. just because I figure accessories are cheaper. And I hate wearing pants, or at least work pants. I said I'd never put them back on. If nothing else, I'll buy some scrubs. Because even as a nurse in administration or quality or whatever you want to call it, they still accept scrubs. They don't care. All right. This is my personal health. Like I said, I've got some symptoms going on. My energy's low, things like that. I want to track that. I'm going to put in another. If you've been here a while, before I had my hysterectomy in September, I was tracking my perimenopause symptoms. And I had months of that to take into my, when I finally got face-to-face with my gynecologist, the surgeon, the actual guy, not my ARMP or things like that. Not that I don't value their opinion, but they tried a bunch of stuff. And we were down to that. I said, this is what we have done. Like, I had all my records. I took my planner in, and I was like, okay, this is the months that, these are my symptoms. And this is when we tried this medication I had written on there. And I had, we tried this medication, or this strength. And I stopped and started, and this is what the symptoms changed. And he's like, Jesus. I was like, listen, I told you I have a problem and I need somebody to fix it. He goes, done. You have enough information here. And I was like, I was all worth it. So I want to start tracking some stuff, because if it does have something to do with if I don't get over this hump that I've been in, I want to go back and maybe like up my hormone replacement therapy, or them to start looking and see if my levels are low or whatever. Because I have my levels, my vitamin level, I know it's very helpful, but I check all my, every 6 months, because of my gastric bypass, they check my vitamin D, my iron, my A, my B, my C, my D, all the letters, my zinc, my lipids, my A1C, my WBCs, my RBC. They do a full screen panel of vitamins and stuff. I've had my adrenal glands, or my all that checked. My thyroid is checked every year, so. And I have one of those due, so maybe it's just something I can fix. But anyway, but if it's something that continues, they're gonna have to check earlier. But anyway, subs and things like that. This is, like I said, my finance. I have my gratitude is back here. This will go back here, because it's going to have any income I get from YouTube. It's going to go back here. My finances are back here. My finance tracker that I've showed on here before, a couple videos back. You can go back and look at those. I've showed them when they were blank, that kind of thing. That's all back here. Reference, passwords, all that stuff. And this, I got this idea from Watch Becca Plans. She taught you how to make a privacy folder. Well, I didn't want the cardstock, so I just did it in vellum, and I put some Stalogy paper on the front and Stalogy paper on the back, I think this is actually Tomo River paper on the back, just to keep it thin, super thin, so you don't have the bulk of the cardstock, because I think she used cardstock. And then a page lifter I made out of those Dollar Tree cutting mats in Franklin Covey compact size, and I stuck some Target pockets on it and stuck some stickers in it. Anyway, always my cards, always stuff in the back. My pockets are always functional. That's my very chatty, let me talk about it flip, and kind of how my 2025 is progressing. So thank you for going on me with this crazy journey. If you stuck in and around for that, you the real MVP, because that was nuts. I talked way too much, but I'm going to post it anyway, because that's kind of how I process things. I process it out loud. So, yeah. So I'm going to try to be in these for the next 3 months. I have to keep telling myself it's okay if my Gillios sit there for a little while. They're an investment. I know I'll go back to personal at some point. I just know it. Maybe when I'm not as busy. Maybe when I don't need as much room. Yeah. And you know what? If not, I can always sell them. because Gilios always go, right? Right. And they do kind of fit with the 25mm rings, but what I need to do right now, instead of worrying about going from Frankly Covey Compact to personal to bag, blah, 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 I need to work on my system, not my cover, trying to fit into a cover. So, yeah. So I'll let you know how that goes. I will let you know if I end up putting my work in here. Because like I said, it's really, I'm really struggling for work. To be going back and forth, especially when I'm in a meeting and trying to, like, I have, you know, like my work one in my lap making notes, and then this one is sitting out on my thing, and if I need to make, you know, I think of something for home, I have to write it in here, and then I'm back to making notes, and then write it, you know, like, that's, I don't know if that's going to work for me. So, we're going to see how it evolves. But anyway, I hope y'all are having a great week. I hope you have a great weekend. We will come back on, you will come back and set up next week with me. Probably today because I have the time. I don't know that I'll have it this weekend because we're going to be busy with the party and everything. So yeah. So if you have any questions, put them down below. And I hope y'all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.